Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about Watch What Happens Live, guest starring Loni Love and Wendy from The Real Housewives of Potomac. So I'm giving this to y'all podcast style because it's late at night and I want to go ahead and get this recorded while the boy is sleeping. So if you did not see my Real Housewives of Potomac review, it's already up on the channel. I'm going to leave a little bubble right up here on the screen. Y'all can always check that out. But because they had Wendy on afterward, I decided to watch What Happens Live. So I'm going to give y'all a little recap of the games and what was said. Remember, if you like this type of content, to subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know. And of course, again, leave a like. And you know what? If you really like this type of content, honey, you can share this video because sharing is caring. All right, so we started off with a little game, and Andy went back and forth asking the women some questions. So I'll give y'all just little answers. It was cute. I actually enjoyed watching them on the screen. I think Wendy does a really good job of capturing you through the screen when it comes to these type of interviews, and I just wished that trait could relate in The Real Housewives of Potomac, and I don't understand why it's not relating. And of course, Loni can be funny. Sometimes Loni can be a bit much, but overall, Loni is really, she's entertaining. She's really entertaining to watch. I thought that she was drinking water, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna play the drinking game. I'm gonna play it with some water. Come to find out later, honey, Loni was drinking vodka and tonic. She was getting slizzard, and I was here for it. They played an icebreaker game between Wendy and Loni. Basically, Andy did a speed fire round of questions, and we kind of got to know them. I don't remember all the questions. I thought I took notes on it, but they asked Loni about who inspired her. So, she was like, oh, Prince. They asked Wendy about the first concert that she ever went to. She said, MC Hammer. So it was really nice to kind of get to know them. It was a fun little game. And then, of course, we have a game specifically for Wendy, to be messy for Miss Wendy, honey. And so basically, they had little heads of the ladies, and Wendy had to say which lady she thought fit, the statement. So she gave Candace the winning for style. She said that Giselle and Karen were her top two for first impressions of being messy. She said Giselle was the one, that kept her laughing the funniest. Robin was the most welcoming. Karen was the least welcoming. Robin was the most trustworthy. Karen had the most ego, and Loni agreed with that one. And then they asked her a question. It was something like, who did she get along with the least, or who was the most aggravating, or something like that. And she's and the camera froze, so that was like really funny. It was perfect timing, and I think for that she ended up saying Karen. And I did notice that she never, not once, mentioned Monique or Ashley in any of her responses or her answers. So in my eyes, that let you know right there where she stood about Monique and Ashley. Then they did a game with Loni. Basically, she had to give like a yay or nay. So she gave a yay to T'Challa, a nay to Monique's lack of remorse, a yay to Robin's alter ego, a nay to Karen's confessional look, the first one, the orange one with the short wig. Honey, yeah. Like I said in my Real Housewives of Potomac review, that was a fail, but this little Cinderella moment that she's giving on this new confessional look is so much better. She said nay to Ashley's booty hole talk. She said yay for Giselle and Jamal, and then she said, that's black love. And I'm gonna take a moment right there. I'm so sick of y'all and this black love foolishness. Don't get me wrong, I love black love. I say it, I do. But can we stop hollering black love with dysfunction, please. Just like over the weekend, Cardi had her birthday party and Offset gives her a car and a little car seat with Culture's name, and you have people hollering take him back and hashtag, and hollering black love, black love. Y'all cut that out, please. Please cut that out. Like, seriously. And number two, is Cardi and Offset considered black love? In my opinion, that's a no, but you can drop that down in the comments. I don't know. I feel like she's always representing herself as Latina, not Afro-Latina. People always want to throw that on. I know that's a tangent. Y'all can drop that down in the comments. Tell me your thoughts on it, because honestly, just this black love, when we're trying to uplift dysfunction and people having outside babies on you and cheating on you, if that's black love, I don't want it. Okay, I'm just saying, stop that. Anyway, moving on back to the game. She said nay to Michael's lie, and even most of the audience members were like no to Michael's lie as well, except for one guy who was giving it a thumbs up, honey. And he even came on later to ask a question. He asked a question to Wendy about Ashley's marriage and open marriage, and what was Wendy's take on it in her opinion. And Wendy basically was just like, to each his own. However, I believe that history repeats itself, so again, that was her, making her thoughts on Ashley very well known. So Bravo Andy asked Wendy, should Candace have had to take any ownership in the altercation that happened between her and Monique? And I noticed that Wendy did not answer the question, because the question again was, should Candace have to take any accountability or any ownership in it at all? And Wendy went on to speak about how she just wished the ladies would have spoke to each other outside of the group before it got into that, way. So that was not answering the question. However, she did definitely answer the question about Monique taking accountability later on in the show, when she was asked specifically about her thoughts on Monique and her thoughts on Karen not really calling Monique out and still being a friend to Monique. And she basically said that, well, Karen had to be friends with her because how else was she going to stay on the show? That's basically what she said, which is insinuating that she, Giselle, and Robin were refusing to film with her, and of course Candace. That's what I took from that. Y'all tell me what y'all thought, what y'all took from that down in the comment section below. They asked Loni if she had spoken to Nicki Minaj after revealing that Nicki had a baby girl, and Loni basically was like, that was a mistake. She thought that she read that somewhere. She had not spoken to her, and it was unconfirmed. She was just wishing Nicki and her husband congratulations on their baby. And also Loni took some time during this episode to joke on on Garcelle and joining the Real, basically saying that Garcelle is, she done got these checks over here and her checks at the Real, honey. She's turned into a diva. She's a little bossy. Loni joked and said she's gonna get her a man and get her laid a little bit. And it was funny, but at the same time, I don't know, it makes I guess because of all of the past drama that Loni was allegedly involved in with some of the downfall of the host in the Real, and you know what I'm speaking about. I'm not going to bring her name up any further, but y'all know the drama that happened with the Real. I don't want to go back into that, but having that in mind, it kind of makes you laugh a little slower at those type of jokes coming from Loni. Just my opinion. While they were talking about Garcelle, they also spoke on the statement that Jamie Foxx is laid like a horse. So I had it in my notes. I had it in my notes. Fox is a horse, honey. So they did speak on that and how, and it was like, well, I'm surprised that, that Garcelle never actually, rode the horse. And Loni joked saying that, she's going to get her too. I just find that funny. I just also think it is interesting that is a industry like rumor that's not a rumor. I'm not even going to get into that. Of course, they discussed Black women voting, and remember that it is important to get out and vote. And they made sure to say that when you go, bring a friend with you. Again, it's very important to get out and vote. Early voting has started here in Georgia as of October 12th. So if you can, please get out and vote early. Take someone with you. We really need everyone out voting. Just like Wendy said on the show, vote as if your life depended on it, because it does. Another thing that I found interesting, y'all let me know if y'all had peeped this, but Andy asked Loni about Denise Richards and the drama that happened on Beverly Hills. And Loni made a joke that said something about, I stay out of white people business. And if y'all listen, Andy had to catch himself for making a joke. He laughed at Loni and he was like, oh, I can't say that. And then he moved on to the next question, as if it seemed like a joke came in his head, but he had to catch himself because he knew, honey, if you say the wrong thing, you will be up out of here. And Andy has said some problematic things before, so he's trying to keep it cute and keep it mute. They end with a discussion on the vice presidential debates and how Miss Kamala Harris did her thing, honey. And of course, Loni made a joke about the fly on Pence's head. We all made that same joke, honey. The internet was talking, just like the internet was talking about Candace and the glue that she had during the fight. If you watched the podcast that I did on Now We've Seen It, I'm gonna leave that link down in the description box. Literally, we watched it the same night. That was our same thoughts, what kind of glue was that? But like they said, she better turn that into a business. She better do the candy thing, honey. Turn those lemons into lemonade, and lemonade is a profitable business. I'm gonna end it with Giselle popping in, giving us a teaser to make sure that you join in and watch Girls Chat Room. So that was Watch What Happens Live. It was decent. I definitely like Wendy in this setting way more than with the girls, so I was glad that I watched it. And I will be giving my review on Bravo's Girls Chat Room. It will be dropping probably tomorrow. If you are a member of my Patreon, then you already have access to that video. So if you already want to see what I'm going to say, you could always just click the link down in the description box for as little as $5 a month and get early access to my videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you drop down in the comments and talk with me and discuss it. If you like this type of content, remember to share, because sharing is caring. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.